Okay, y'all. So let's go ahead and get into Amanda Seales very quickly.
Okay, honestly, I've had enough. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Really? 3 pieces. 3 from 3 people I have never met in my life. From 3 publications that are supposed to be about uplifting Black people, which is all I have dedicated my life to doing. Shit! What hubris do I have? You people literally cannot stand that someone has studied and is speaking on what they studied, that someone has read and is speaking on what they read. You can't stand that someone loves us, that someone loves us so much that their passion is so exemplary and exuding through the phone that it touches people who literally have never felt love that much and don't know how to process it. That's what you're feeling. I want to send all the love to everyone who has shown me love. But you people who are continuing to attempt to break me down, you will not break me. You cannot break me. I am loved. I am anointed. I am touched. I am working through the blood of our ancestors. You will not break me. And it is so sad that you are so broken that this is the effort that you would take to try and get some clout. And you know what? Let's say I did get broken. Y'all will be the first ones to be like, see, y'all be doing too much. No, big up to all my strong Black women who are supporting other strong Black women and every other person supporting us. We love you. The rest of y'all can suck up.
Okay. So I'm so sorry. I'm going to have to agree with my girl Amanda here. And the reason why I say that is because I think y'all hold celebrities and people on the internet to a higher regard than you regular people. And so because you may not have the perspective of thousands of people talking shit to you all the time, you don't understand how one can only take so much. One can only take so much. I feel like people dislike Amanda and the whole thing is, oh, Amanda's a bitch, or Amanda said something I did not like. Everybody on the internet says something you don't like and acts like a bitch sometimes. Everybody. The men, the women, everybody. And that's because at the end of the day, like nobody has to pretend to be something for the public. Nobody has to do that. But what I will say is the main issue here is that Amanda is very vocal in politics and connecting hip hop and entertainment to politics at this point. She is good at what she does. She has consistently been relevant in the entertainment industry since she was a child. And I feel like she should not be ignored simply because some of you don't like her. Because I have not liked Diddy for a long time, and y'all still gave his ass an honorary BET award. Y'all still named an award after Dr. Dre. Like people who actually physically harm people, y'all not only invite to award shows and award them, but you also put awards in their names, in their honors. So it's very annoying for me the way people treat Amanda as if she's so fucking terrible that she should not be invited into these very spaces that I believe she does fight to protect and to uphold and to keep abreast of what's going on versus people that are feeding y'all bullshit, but it tastes good. So everybody's good, right? People don't always have to be likable in every way in order to be thought provoking. You know what I'm saying? So I do feel like I'm gonna make the comparison to Candace Owens. I don't like Candace Owens. I feel like she has very nefarious intentions, regardless of how y'all may feel about her. But at the end of the day, do I feel like it was right for them not to invite her to the GOP convention? No, I don't think that was right because she's an advocate for your ideologies. She's an advocate for your party. And you did not invite her. Why? Why? So yeah, no, I'm sorry. I know a lot of y'all like Candace Owens. A lot of y'all do. I don't understand why. I don't know what y'all, I don't know, what y'all really be listening to when she talks. But I know a lot of y'all love her, and it's very, very weird to me. But girl, do your thing. I don't subscribe and I don't care to. That's just me, girl. Um, she is solid. Okay. Okay. That's I think that might be up for debate. But okay. I recognize how she comes off, and to me, I feel like people enjoy her merely because she, says, I think, problematic things, and then hits her R's really hard. And so, in essence, I may not like her, but I don't feel like she should be excluded from the places that she is, defending and all of that. Like, I don't feel, yes, absolutely, agree to disagree, absolutely, absolutely, love. Do your thing, okay? But yeah, no, I girl, whew. But yes, ultimately, different sides of the coin infuriate people maybe around the same level depending on what side you're on. Okay. And I still feel like essentially Candace deserves to be invited to the Republican convention. And I feel like Amanda should be invited to the NAACP awards. Like, what the fuck is really hood? And I feel like, we know what we have in common here, like two Black women that are not being included or not being put at equal standing with the other people around them. I see how interesting that is. I see how interesting that is. I don't know why it's so hard to be fair. I don't know why. I don't know why it's so hard to be fair. Maybe because I'm a Libra, moon and rising girl. Fairness, you know what I'm saying? Um, Yeah, no. See, and that's another thing. I'm also tired of everybody feeling like Black women cannot show emotion in public. I need y'all to realize like how systematic that is and how based and steeped in, as she said, blood of the ancestors that is for y'all to feel like Black women can never emote or show emotion. They need to always be holding everything in. And don't get me wrong, y'all. That's how I live my life. I ain't crying in front of no fucking body. Like, not really. There are times I have been on my platform, but ultimately I'm not trying to cry in front of nobody, especially if it's people that I can't trust with my feelings. I ain't trying to cry in front of you bitches. Okay? No. But at the same time, I know how important it is to be vulnerable and be true to your emotions and your feelings, and how squashing them down for other people's benefit does not benefit you. So, because of that, whenever Black women get online and cry, even though my trauma tells me, girl, stop crying in front of these fucking people. Don't cry in front of these people. These don't care about your feelings. Don't cry in front of these people. Even though that's how I feel. Ultimately, I gotta check myself, because if the tears coming, bitch, don't try to lock them in your throat. Don't try to lock them in your throat. That's not gonna work. You can't lock it in your throat. Okay, pretty stable mind and not highly emotional. Okay, that's why I ain't doing all of that. Okay, that's why I ain't doing all of that. Okay, but yeah, y'all, I do feel like there is nothing wrong with Amanda expressing her feelings about how she feels excluded. Because I do feel like the Black community likes to exclude people. Like, I don't know why everybody acts as if the Black community does not take on the same mindsets and, the same type of ways of being as oppressors do. White people create, a pyramid and a group that's in and a group that's out, and Black people do the same thing. They do the same thing. And I'm not a fan of it, in all honesty, especially when somebody is always fighting so hard for Black people in general through what they do. How they speak, how the commentary, what they're trying to infuse in culture, which is to be intellectual. And there's a degradation that's happening, and nobody likes it because everybody wants to take it from a moral standpoint. Y'all are always worried about bitches twerking and sexy red smelling like weed. Like, everybody's always so worried about those morality things, but when it comes to the intellectualism involved, y'all don't give a fuck about that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And in my opinion, I think that's why a lot of y'all like Candace Owens so much, because she comes off like an intellectual to people that are starving for intellectualism in this environment on social media. You know what I'm saying? And I get that. But I also feel like you got to pay attention to when people are talking out of both sides of their neck about, certain subject matters, okay? Especially ones that are imperative to your comfort in this country. That's all. You know what I'm saying? Like, people, I notice a lot of Black people only care about taxes these days. Y'all really only care about taxes. Y'all don't care about none of this other shit going on. Y'all started making a little money, and now all of a sudden everybody's Republican because they're trying to make sure that they don't have to pay as much in taxes. Girl, I get it. I work for myself. But at the same time, nah, man, I'm sorry. The civil rights, um, also, I really would like for our country not to turn into the handmaiden's tale. And I feel like the closer we get to Republican ideals, the more we're getting into a Stepford Wives, women under mass control, baby making machine, no freedom type of vibe. And that's not what I want for any of us. I don't want that for any of us, to tell you the truth. Okay. And that's just where I'm coming from with it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this country is only as great as it is because there's a certain level of freedom associated with it. Even if they did sell you that on some bullshit, there's still a level of freedom here that I would like for us not to be rolling back, rolling back the years on. But we ain't trying to get too deep now. We ain't trying to get too deep. Okay, but yes, for the 1099 crew, listen. Okay. Listen.